All right, hey now, it's the Rob from 106.1.
Rob, wait.
What?
This is post to post. We got to do something big, something out there.
What were you thinking?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Town Square Media and 106.1 KISS FM proudly bring to you your podcast champions of the world. He's the R to the O to the B. I'm STEVE. We are your hosts with the most, bringing you everything wrestling related from post to post.
Hey, now it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 106.1 evansville.com.
We decided in our last video that our attire looked so good that we should continue the trend and wear it again as a tag team. So welcome to today's podcast where we're going to talk about some of the biggest news stories that have happened in wrestling over the past several days. Yep. As we mentioned on Monday's episode, there was... there's been a major release, I feel like, and there's been a major walking out again. This is the last of several, the most recent of several. Like Ryback I don't know if Ryback has walked out or what his current status is.
We still don't know the status of him.
Yeah, that's a confusing thing. There were the 8 releases while Steve was gone.
Yeah.
And actually it wound up being closer to like 9 because the Brooklyn Brawler was released. Yeah. And then I feel like, that was even before Ryback, so that's kind of 10. And then there was the whole thing that we haven't gotten your opinion about either, because Gavin was here while you were on vacation, about Adam Rose. Let's start with Adam Rose.
Okay.
I don't think at this point anyone is likely surprised that Adam Rose was released. But while you were on vacation, Adam Rose got into a domestic dispute with his wife. Yeah. And WWE went immediately hands off, saying, "Adam who? Yeah. We don't know." So they take him off TV. They give him distance, and they let him do his stuff. So when Gavin and I were talking about it, I pitched to Gavin, "Is there any chance he can recover from this?" And Gavin and I both agreed, a hard no. Yeah. And it looked like that was the case. So what's your take on everything? We haven't gotten your opinion about anything regarding this case.
Domestic abuse isn't anything you want to mess around with. You see it in the NFL. Become prominent stories in the NFL. WWE can't really know that, they separate themselves from him. It's good that he's released, and that shows, where they stand. But, you can't play around with that no matter who the star is.
Let me also, if I could, now I don't want to defend him.
Yeah.
But I do want to say what I've heard about this.
Okay.
In that this is not quite like a Ray Rice situation where he didn't allegedly punch his wife or even really physically harm her. My understanding of the case, and it doesn't make it okay, but my understanding of what happened is they got into a heated argument that was very verbally abusive. And then when he was trying to talk to her about something, he kind of grabbed her face and got into her face. And that was the extent of the physicality of it. Now, I don't want to come off as sympathetic or as someone who's saying that that's okay, but I don't want you to be misinformed and think that this was, he beat his wife up in an elevator kind of thing. Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that's kind of what the allegations are. Does that make it okay? No. Does that mean that he should get his job back? Not necessarily. You should never put your hands on a woman or anyone else with a violent intent. And I don't know what his intent was, but I wanted to throw that out there. So still, what do you think?
As far as getting a job back, it won't be anytime soon, but I would never say never. If you apologize enough and you're a public figure, maybe not in the WWE, but he may pop up, New Japan or TNA.
I think he could pop up anywhere else immediately. If he wants to do TNA and TNA wants him or something, he could go there tomorrow, I feel like. With WWE, I think you're right. If it were somebody else, it's not necessarily what he did that's going to bar him. It's the fact of what he did combined with his low star power, combined with the fact they kind of gave him a few tries and the audience never really latched on. This is a guy I feel like did not make any impact with the opportunities he was given. And it's sad. I actually, if you remember back in the Eric Cornish days, I did not hate the party guy gimmick.
Okay.
A lot of people did. I thought it had potential, but it wound up not working.
Yeah.
What do you think about that gimmick specifically?
I didn't mind that gimmick. What kind of threw me off is that he had gained popularity with a completely different gimmick in NXT, and then they just repackaged him to bring him up. And I thought that was a mistake. It's like, if this is what the crowd's getting into, then that's what you bring up. You don't completely repackage him.
And then the Social Outcast, I think, was probably... there was nothing exciting about that character. I mean, it wasn't the same guy, so I mean, you can call it a repackaging, but that was nothing, you know. So just guy who they gave him an opportunity. I don't know if it was his fault or just the crowd didn't like it or what the deal was. Maybe it was too over the top. I thought it had potential personally, but he did not work, and that's going to be what keeps him out of future wrestling with WWE, in my opinion, more than anything else. So that happened. I don't think anyone was too terribly shocked by that announcement. What was shocking, in my opinion, was Cody Rhodes. Really, out of nowhere, I feel like. This was a guy I thought would be around for a long, long time. And I didn't realize his career with WWE was over 10 years. Wow, he debuted on WWE television in 2006, and that was already after being in OVW for a while. What do you think about this? Do you want me to bring you up to speed on this?
Yeah, because the weekends of pay-per-views, I really try to avoid any kind of spoiler, so I don't get on the internet too much. So when you told me Monday, that's the first I'd heard about it.
Okay, so what my understanding of the story is, during the SmackDown tapings, which I still think are Tuesdays, he asked for his release. And there's been conflicting reports. He says that he did not leave under bad circumstances. Like, I read that he kind of left in a huff and puff, and Goldust left with him as his brother to kind of calm him down. He's saying that he just didn't. They didn't have anything for him, and he left, kind of thing. But he talked to Vince and Triple H, according to him, according to a tweet that I read. And by tweet I mean. You know how like you can write long tweets and then tweet a picture of it?
Yes.
It was one of those things. There were two of those, so it was a long tweet that I read.
Oh wow.
He talked to Vince and Triple H about, I think he wanted to revamp his character, and I think he wanted to be considered in championship material. My first question to you, Steve, is: do you think Cody Rhodes is a believable champion of the WWE, or is he giving himself too much credit?
Definitely, I can see him as an Intercontinental or United States champion.
Bingo.
I guess in a desperate time or a surprising time of creative, I could maybe see him as world. But definitely a mid-level champion. Not as Stardust, as Cody Rhodes.
But I want to let people know that's okay. Yeah. Like, it's okay to... Like, I know, Austin is known for saying, if you're not trying to be the world champ, I don't know what you're doing here. But everyone has their role to play. Not everyone can be the main event. Yeah. In Hollywood, not everyone can be the star of the movie. Yeah. You need supporting characters. And it's not necessarily insulting to be in the mid-card on the WWE.
Especially right now.
Yeah, exactly. So... I can understand not liking your Stardust character. I didn't like it either, to be honest with you. But my other question to you, Cody, is what are you going to do now? So, now you burn your WWE bridge. And I mean, maybe you can go somewhere else and become champion. But to be honest with you, it's, at least in my opinion, being on the card anywhere, being an enhancement talent in WWE is better than being a champion of TNA. You really should, keep that in mind. I really feel strongly with that. What are you going to do now? So now, okay, you made your point. You think you're a main event talent, and you're showing Vince and Triple H instead of just telling them that you believe in yourself. Yeah. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of what he thought. He thought that he wasn't being taken seriously enough, which I don't disagree with, especially if you in your heart of hearts believe you're a main event talent, then you sometimes got to make that step. But I don't believe that he is, and I like Cody. I don't want him gone. I think he's a great hand. I think he's a great Intercontinental champion. He had a great run. I enjoyed his gimmick with the face mask.
Yes.
I won't miss him terribly, but I'll miss him. And he could be back at some point in the future. Maybe he needs to blow off some steam.
He's still young.
But that's what happened with Cody Rhodes, and I feel like those are the two big stories from the past several days in the world of wrestling.
Yep.
So that's what we got for you this week. Is there anything you want to say about Cody? You gonna miss him?
I I'm about your level. I'll notice that he's gone, but I won't.
One thing making it easier is I do feel like the Stardust thing, I did not like it. So I'm not going to miss that. I'll tell you that.
I liked it to a point, but it ran its course real fast. When he was with Goldust and they were in the tag team picture,
yeah,
and then it kind of ran its course.
So, all right then, that's those are your stories for this week. Thank you for tuning in to your bonus episode of Post to Post. For myself, the Rob, my tag team partner Steve.
What?